You are listening to Venus Rose, interactive spiritual Q&A and the power of sound.
Music is like sunshine.
Hello conscious souls, how are you feeling? Gemini season has started. It is the twin, the universe expressing itself in duality. The sun has just entered the sign and is in conjunction with Uranus, the planet whose second names are the rebel or the innovator. This planet was the first one that was discovered through a telescope in 1781. A lot can be found when you are interested in the developments this energy has surged, when you dive deeper into it. Sudden changes is what this energy is. Many astrologers bring the events of the discovery of electricity together with the time when Uranus was discovered. We all can agree about how drastic living has changed for humanity since electricity has been around. Now, everyone is looking at the development of AI. Gemini is a fast-moving energy that is about communication and connecting, also associated with air, just like Uranus, who rules Aquarius, the age we are currently in. We will experience what will take place in the upcoming 7 to 8 years, while Uranus is marching through this Gemini zodiac sign. I decided to emphasize on the theme of playfulness, which is inherent in the energy of Gemini. In nature, we see the busyness of the bees in spring on the northern hemisphere and the wind blowing, swirling around leaves in autumn on the southern hemisphere. A delightful sense of lightness and joy has filled my heart recently. I enjoyed the company of beautiful souls, friends and family. We laughed, loved, and learned from another. I listened, observed, and dwelled in the excitement of being playful. It was wonderful being in the presence of people who believe in the magic of miracles. Yesterday I was reminded of the movie The Never-Ending Story from the 1980s, which I saw as a child. To be honest, I do not fully remember if I really loved it, but it had a deep impact on me for sure. I've always been sensitive, and the fact that the unicorn-like horse drowned made me so sad. But I liked the fluffy dragon. The core theme is about the nothingness that takes place when we as humans forget how to use our imagination, how to follow our heart when it pumps in our chest more prominent, when we think about something that lifts up our spirit, or we desire in a certain way. We all are taught, no matter which generation we come from, that we have to focus on what's real, what is reliable, and so on. There is a saying in Germany, better to have the sparrow in the hand than the dove on the roof, which means something like, don't dream too big, stick with what's in front of you. Our childlike imagination gets dimmed, and with it the ability to see the magic that surrounds us. Synchronicities are my favorite, or subtle signs that the universe or God or your angels send out to nudge you in a certain direction. Many so-called woo-woo people look for angel numbers. I personally get interesting things through license plates. Our inner child has fun with this stuff. Even realizing the wonder of Mother Earth through nature can be magical in itself. I personally love everything magic, but I do not use wands though, not offending any sorcerers out there. I'm more into the Lord of the Rings elven magic that works through nature. I love it, and always got chills when Arwen, the elven princess in the first movie of the trilogy, summons the river to swallow the Shadow Kings in order for her friends and herself to get to safety. Which is your favorite scene from a movie or a book that lets your inner child get excited and want to do it yourself? What does it want you to play with? It is so important to lure out our inner child in order to relax. Your creativity is sparked when you let loose a bit from time to time. The question I chose for today is, how can I find joy in my day-to-day life? How do I evoke the playfulness of my inner child? Thank you very much for sending this question in. I guess the most challenging thing for all of us is the concept of time. We spend so much time in this busy world working so we can pay our bills. At the end of the day, we are tired, whether we love what we do for a living or not so much. What is left of our free time is often used to distract ourselves. And I am no exception, but I am aware of it and regulate the duration when I get my time out. The problem is not the need for a break, but the need to make sure that what we do does not numb us. Finding joy is always connected with the heart. And we are also much in our heads. What sparks your interest? When you are listening to this podcast, it might be spirituality. Ask Spirit to show you something new that might be enjoyable for you. It may sound weird, but there is so much out there you might not realize is swinging your way. The new things tend to ignite curiosity. What makes your inner child want to come out and play? Be attentive. We brush over our feelings in our everyday routine too often, so our inner child feels neglected. Indulge and even exaggerate in whatever way you might like. That's what kids do. They like to be extreme and test the waters. As grown-ups, we forget to be silly at times and are always moderate. I love how my nieces and nephews remind me to let loose and be silly. Surround yourself or contact friends you are joyful with and have a good laugh. I personally enjoy being a bit more light-hearted than usual after I have relaxed my nervous system in the last weeks. Keeping an eye on everyone can make me a bit serious occasionally. I want to bring up time again. Remembering beautiful times is fun. To dwell in memories where your heart was filled with joy and you feel it deeply in the present is worth more than gold. I do that through music quite often. My inner child loves to dance. You could as well plan something exciting in the now for the future. Ask your inner child what it would like to do, what it dreams about. More trust is built when we listen to it more often. I asked a beautiful soul earlier today what she would tell her inner child. It should have more courage to try new things, she said. Yes, reassurance is needed at times so we can all grow and evolve. The frequency you vibrate out reflects back to you from the universe. The philosopher Alan Watts said in one of his teachings, "This whole thing called life is intended to be a game, so let's play." Remember a world full of magic. I love to hear from you. Gemini season has just started. Communication is still the key theme. There are various ways to look at it. You can leave questions in the comments of my YouTube channel named Crystal Seraphim Sounds or my Instagram. For those of you who do not have social media and love to send questions or would like to book a one-on-one session to go on a soul sound journey with me, send me an email for further details. You can find everything in the show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you a beautiful weekend. Love to you all. Rose.